Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. I appreciate you yielding time tonight. Madam Speaker, an unborn child is a human life. Abortion ends that human's life. As the father of 2 young sons and one who passed away in the womb, I know firsthand that all children's lives are very precious, inside or outside the womb. Unfortunately, members of the Democratic Party would rather ignore this fact and instead advocate for more access to abortions up until the moment of birth, and even in some cases after the baby is born, when the attempted abortion failed to kill the baby before it was actually born. Because of this kind of extremism, millions of children will never get to walk this earth as their Creator intended. Their lives are being cut short by those who believe the ends justify the means. Since the Roe v. Wade decision in 1975, those on the right side of history have worked tirelessly in state legislatures and in Congress to secure the right to life. Now it seems that our constitutional republic is under attack, and the fundamental respect for the law has gone by the wayside as a draft tied to one of the most consequential cases in the history of the Supreme Court has leaked to the press. It begs the question, if the Supreme Court can't keep a secret, who can? I have no doubt that the bad actor who leaked this document violated the law. That is why I led more than 20 House Republican members of Congress in calling on the Department of Justice and the FBI to open a criminal investigation. After nearly 30 years as an attorney, I have never seen a more radical and unethical action take place in the legal arena. The leaker intended to undermine the division of power in our government and influence the High Court's decision. They must be held criminally accountable to the full extent of the law. It is inexcusable that the Supreme Court justices are now facing protests at their homes that could easily turn violent. And the reason for these nefarious protests? For simply abiding by their oath to uphold the Constitution and interpret the law the way it was written. I will remind folks that nowhere in the Constitution does it enumerate a right to an abortion. In fact, our own Declaration of Independence says something quite different. We are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yet proponents of abortion appear to be willing to do whatever it takes to have their way. Some are calling to burn down the Supreme Court and even the justices' homes. Some members of Congress wasted no time calling for the end of the filibuster and an expansion of the Supreme Court, something that President Biden even said as recently as 2019 would be, and I quote, a very dangerous thing to do, unquote. All in all, the leak is a reminder to the American people that Democrats have no desire to legislate under the parameters of our Constitution. If left to their own designs, they will stop at nothing until taxpayer-funded, on-demand abortions up until and even after birth are a permanent reality, a reality that most certainly will come at the cost of millions of irreversible tragedies and act as a stain on this great nation until we right our wrongs and become a voice for the voiceless. Thank you, Vice Chairman Johnson, and I yield back.
So well said, my friend. Thank you so much. The sanctity of human life is something that we must stand for, and thankfully, it looks like the states and the people will be able to decide